There's one question I think everybody during this season needs to ask themselves so that at least you can move forward and even prosper during this particular season. I draw it from the Bible. In the book of Ephesians, we see Paul chained and writes the entire epistle. But this is the interesting part, that we get to learn that he was chained to a soldier. Not just put in a cell, but a soldier was just right next to him 24/7, chained to him. That means even if he tried to run away, the soldier would just definitely have to run away with him. And so this is what we see, and that's why I say there's a question we need to ask ourselves. Because for Paul, it was not a question of, how do I get out of this? But I believe the question was, what do I get out of this? I want to repeat that. Not how do I get out of this, but what do I get out of this? Why am I saying that? It's because in Ephesians is where we get one of the most marvelous chapters, one of the most marvelous expositions that we've gotten about the armor of God. Just look at it. A soldier is chained next to you, and this is what he decides. To really study the soldier, and a revelation just kicks in, and it talks about the full armor of God. It talks about why we need to wear the breastplate of righteousness. It talks about the helmet of salvation and all that. Just looking through that soldier. So the question wasn't about how do I get out of this place, but what do I get out of this, even when he was still in prison. So this particular season, we are in a tight place. Yes, everybody's complaining. How are we going to get to back to normalization and the likes, which we're still not going to get back to the normal. And so I believe the question that you should be asking yourself is, what do you get out of this? What do you get out of this? One of my key lessons that I have gotten out of this is that my business, my employment, anything about that is not my providence. No. God is my provider. All that I have been working through, my work is a channel that God uses to provide for me. But God is the ultimate provider. And so for me, one of the biggest lessons I've been taking home is that God, you are still there. God, you're still in charge, and you're my provider. The channels you have used before me have been pushed aside, but you're still the provider, and you will create another one. What do you get out of this? I'd like to also know. Share your thoughts. Thank you.